So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's activate Golos and see what we get. Ulamog. I think that's a GG, guys. GG. Hello there. Or should I say, hello, if you've watched the series and you were disappointed. But welcome to a brand new episode with MTG Josh. Today we have a mega spicy deck, a bit like a Vindaloo. It's Golos, but mono black. Can you imagine that? Can you see how this could go horribly wrong? Well, I was thinking with a friend just what kind of twist I could take on Golos, because I know he's very popular and it's very salty, but how do you reduce a few of those aspects? So firstly, take away all the colours and limit yourself. Limit yourself, young one. And basically go mono black, and there's a few reasons why this is actually quite powerful. Number one, the mana is really easy to formulate. Mostly swamps, and more swamps than usual because we are using Cabal Stronghold, which adds for colourless, or we can pay 3 tap, add black for each basic swamp. So you want to have a lot of swamps. There's 32 swamps in the deck. The total number of lands in the deck is 40, which is quite a lot for me, because I have lots of ramp as well. But you'll see why. So Golos can either search for the Cabal Stronghold, if you don't have that, but the first thing you want to search for is the World Tree. So this card turns your entire deck online for his ability. And if you've not seen his ability, it's pay 7, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You would play them this turn without paying the mana cost. But it's 7 mana, so you'll need... Well, it's going to cost WUBERG as well. So white, blue, black, red, green. But the only way to really get this is through the World Tree. You've got a few other cards that can help you. Gilded Lotus gives you 3 of any colour. You've got Key to the Archive, which gives you 2 colours. Fire One Vessel, that gives you 2 different colours. Celestus. But yeah, you get the point. You want to put a few rocks in there that can help you tap for any colour, but probably Chromatic Lantern is your best backup here. Once you have Golos out and use his ability a few times, you should be golden. We've even got the combo we used in our Liliana deck recently, which is the Exquisite Blood with Veto combo, so you can finish people off with that fairly easy. But the rest is just a really powerful black shell, and I hope you enjoy watching these videos and going through with me. I do apologise, I do have a cold because my boy gave me a cold when he went to nursery, and every time he goes to nursery he gets a new illness, so you'll have to put up with my nasally sounding commentary, so I do apologise for that, I really do. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy today's video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, donate, check out my Magic Madhouse affiliate to get any of these cards that you might feel like you need. But yeah, let's get into some gameplay. So here we go, we're immediately hitting the tier 1 bracket with the Kinnan opponent. One thing I did find, oddly enough, was when I first made the deck and went into the queue, it took quite a while to find the game. It could be because of a few reasons. Number one, it could be because I'm using a powerful general, but the cards in the deck aren't all tri-lands, dual lands, mega powerful mythics. So the algorithm's kind of like, where do I put this deck? Where do I put it? But yeah, that could be one reason. You'll see I have the command tower here, but that's just to help as well with the colour fixing, which is very good, just to help you get that +1 colour. So they've got Kinnan and we have the answers for it, so I'm not too bothered. Gleaming Barrier is an odd card, but I found that against aggro decks, it's nice to have something fairly high toughness and that rewards you on its death. And again, it makes a treasure token, which can also help you activate Golos's ability. I think the decks that we will struggle against today will be anything with counters. So, let's just see if we can resolve our spells. So let's go for the Elspeth's Nightmare. It's funny how a lot of the powerful cards begin with Elspeth in their name. Really is. Elspeth Conquers Death, Elspeth's Nightmare, and a few of the Elspeths really powerful. I guess it's just a really strong character. It's funny though how we haven't had any Jace's sagas yet. We've had a Jace Oath, but no Jace Saga. Oh, they're saying that this isn't Elspeth Saga per se, but it does involve her tail coming out of the underworld. So if you've not seen Kinnan, then you may have been under a rock, but yeah, Kinnan wants to double all their mana rocks and do something similar to Golos. They pay 7 as well, they look at the top 5, they put another human creature into play. So we actually have a really nice answer for the Kiera. But we also get to look in the hand now as well, which is going to be mega powerful to see if they've got any counters. Oh my goodness. Okay, some really powerful cards in the hand that we can't get rid of, unfortunately. First thing we want to do, though, is... So they've got the Thorn Mammoth. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can't cast that yet. So actually, this could be a good chance for Golos to come out first. Yeah, because if we play this closer to when they can go for Thorn Mammoth, which is later, then they'll be able to kill him a lot easier. So be careful not to misclick here. You always want to go for World Tree first. Now, if they have any way to disrupt the lands, then we will be in trouble. But until that point, we should be good. So now we've got rid of the Kiera, we should be okay to kill all the other stuff as well. So if you've not seen Kiera, I do apologise. Whenever you target one of their creatures, counter the first spell or ability, which is ridiculous. But if you do it again, then you get through their shield. It's almost like having a shield counter. This is like a primitive shield counter. 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we want to do really is not activate Golos yet, as crazy as that sounds, because we want to be able to kill the Thorn Mammoth in response to the fight. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Inquisition doesn't get rid of anything either. So you will just pass the turn here. We can also activate this in their turn as well. That's the crazy part. I'm guessing they go for the Mammoth here. So don't forget, the Mammoth will fight. If you kill something in response to the fight trigger going off, then it will have 0 power because it doesn't exist anymore. And the fight won't do anything. So as predicted, here comes Mr. Mammoth Face. And of course he targets the Golos. And we kill it in response. So this is why cards that look in our opponent's hand are so useful, because it basically helps you formulate your strategy further on. So they're attacking with a 3-4. So we'll just chomp that. Okay, so now we can activate the Golos, because it looks like the hand is clear. Oh my goodness. Aetherflux Reservoir, Chromatic Orrery. Well, so that now means we can activate the ability again, which is just insanity. So we don't want to use the Extinction event, but we can go for the Celestus, gain some life. And we might as well look in the hand anyway, because not only does it gain us life, but it lets us see what we're dealing with. So they've got a Nissa. Okay. Nothing too scary. So we'll pass the turn. We got some incredible hits there with the first wheel. Well, the first roulette, let's say. So they keep attacking in order to make their spells cheaper. But you know what? I'm not going to block this time because I don't want to fall to a trap if they had a Death Touch instant or something. So here comes Kinnan. But they can't use the ability yet for 5, 6. They're 1 mana off. And we have so much mana here. Draw a card for each creature. So yeah, they've refilled their hand really well there. Okay, so we've got Power Word Kill. But before we use that, let's activate Golos first. Because we might get a kill spell here. Oh, delightful. So we've got Grim Tutor. Question is, what do we search for? How much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is tricky, isn't it? They've got so many threats here. We can literally get anything we want. I guess they know we can get anything we want, and therefore we just win the game. We probably had a few ways to just combo them out there with the life gain and the combo, but yeah, sweet. That was a pretty good game. We go first against Sithis, and this is an acceptable hand. We have so much removal, we should be fine. I think we're gonna... So, if you don't know Sithis, whenever they cast an enchantment spell, they gain a life. Draw a card. One of the strongest, well, I think probably the strongest Enchantress General that has ever been made. So let's start with the Bojuka Bog, so we can get smoother curve as we go in here. Key to the Archive is going to be useful. So if they go for Sithis, we're just going to kill it with the Farrakhan's Libation. Wonderful. Oh, so now we have a choice. So this kills an enchantment as well, so we'll probably just get rid of their creature for now. This is more versatile, you see. If they have an enchantment we want to get rid of, this is going to be more effective. So yeah, go for the limited removal first. Like this, for instance. But I think what I want to do here is go for Key to the Archive. And I suppose we'll go for the Putrefy. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of that because it doesn't deal with enchantments. So yeah, that's fine. At least we've just ramped up anyway. And here comes Sithis. So how much mana do we have? We'll have 4 after this. Okay, so let's go for this. And then I think we go for Extinction Event, so we get rid of all the evens. So as you can see, ramp is just generally super useful in this kind of deck. Having 40 lands is mega important. You want to be on curve. Heroic Intervention. What? That's how to pay off a Sithis player, guys. So hope you enjoy that game. Sweet, so we go first against Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner. Unusual in that it's an uncommon, but it's still in the tier 1 bracket. And that's because it's just incredibly powerful at ramping and drawing cards. So, what should we go for here? They've got Pseudo Ramp, Beat Down. Yeah, let's go for the Yorvo because it's the only one that really threatens us early. And it draws them a card, so we'll see. Not much blue to be seen, but... So yeah, I could have gone for the Reclaimer there, but... As weird as this sounds, let's just go for a different colour, just in case they can destroy our land. Currently they don't have anything that looks like they can interact with our Golos, anyway, so... Swing for 1. 4 beans. Yeah, go for the Phyrexian Arena. And then next turn, if all goes well, we can just go for the Golos. And then follow that up with a Liliana if we get desperate, but we should be okay for now. So we don't really want to go for Liliana until they have 2 powerful creatures out. But yeah, it maybe not go for Golos. We'll see what they do. So Kiora. So they can untap land. So this taps for 2, so they've got 1, 2, 3 mana.
One drop ripples and grows.
So it looks like they're going to go for the Elvish Reclaimer here, which is fair enough. Power Word Kill and Tendrils. That will come in handy later. Let's see if we can resolve Gola. Oh, it should be, because it's only green, isn't it? Yeah, there's no access to blue, unfortunately, for them. Don't accidentally misclick like I've done in the past. So the World Tree comes down. And it's interesting because back in the day when Golos used to dominate the entire meta, not its own queue, people used to have Field of the Dead out and it would just make zombies all day long. And people used to have Field of Ruin in to counter that. But now that Field of the Dead is banned, nobody seems to be using Field of Ruin. I mean, I could just have woken up the devil here. They do have an Elvish Reclaimer. So they got rid of the Castle Garenbrig. Do they have a Field of Ruin? If they do, it would mess us up. Okay, no Field of Ruin. Fine. We should be okay. Yeah, I was just going to say, if they went for Field of Ruin to destroy this, we could still cast our entire hand, which is fine. But it would be annoying. They could go for a number of things here. They could go for the Questing Beast. Comes down with haste, draws them a card. Mesmerizing Benefit. Well, that's interesting. So they've gone for a more defensive route here.
The ocean surges.
So the Veil of Summer gives something hexproof from blue and black. So they're going to be able to nullify our power word kill. Question is, do I just activate Golos? I think we just do. We have the ability to do so. Extinction Event and Gilded Lotus. So they've got odds, and we've got odds as well. Do I care about that? Yeah, we'll just go for the evens. We'll go for the illusions, I think. Yeah, I don't really want to lose my Golos for this silly old squid octopus thing. Gilded Lotus. So we could just get the power word kill out of the way here. Or we could go for the Gleaming Barrier. Gleaming Barrier. Yeah, let's optimize our mana. And yeah, we'll pass the turn. Yeah, I don't like the idea that the power word kill isn't going to do anything. And they would just easily do it there. But getting the Gilded Lotus off the top there is wonderful because it helps pay for future costs of his ability and so on and so forth. And having the red here with the Cold Steel Heart also helps a tinge as well. Takes some of the stresses off. Oof. Lotus Field. That is going to be really good with Kiora. They'll be able to untap this. So this is 6 mana right here. 6, 7, 8 essentially. Scary. They almost have as much mana as we do. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do wonder if the higher tier decks run enough artifact removal. So they draw a card. They're going to draw another card when Questing Beast comes in. And then another card with Kiora when it comes in. So it's pretty crazy. And they'll also have the green for Veil of Summer as well. Yikes. Veil of Summer gives them self-hexproof as well, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, no blocks there. Down to 18. Yeah, it's not looking too good. They've got quite the army over there. Oh, the Triumph will be nice. So do I want to go for the Golos? Yeah, let's make them sack. Yeah, it doesn't target, so luckily it won't really matter too much. So that's one thing down. So if I do go for the Liliana, we can just get rid of both of these guys, but I feel like doing this is a bit more effective here. Fatal Push. So let's draw some cards. So it is risky what we're doing here, but Fatal Push can kill something if we lose a permanent. Yeah, that is a shame. We're not going to be able to lose a permanent here, are we? So yeah, we'll just give it the Ornithopter and probably just pass the turn. Yeah, a very awkward sequence there of cards. I should probably go for the Golos before playing a land. That is silly of me, but I suppose we haven't been punished too badly for that yet. If we Golos and then got 3 lands on top, then that would be just terrible, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're getting close to being able to use Golos twice. So again, the Veil of Summer is going to be really irritating, so I might have to just go for this power word kill just to get it out of the way, eventually. If they have a Crater Hoof Behemoth here... Okay, Sphinx of Foresight. Okay, that really scared me there, but for literally no reason, because this is just kind of French vanilla. So if you don't know terminology, vanilla is just a creature with no abilities. Or... is it very simple abilities? Yeah, I think vanilla is no abilities, isn't it? And then French vanilla is a creature with, like, evergreen keywords, like trample or flying. I don't know who designed those those slang words, but somebody did. They are drawing a lot of cards here. Gilded Goose. So they don't actually have any green open for Veil of Summer. That's interesting. Okay, so let's use black here. Go for the Dark Ritual. Activate Golos. Okay, play this. Play Professor Onyx. So this is going to be able to get us a bit more mana. They could have Swan Song. Be a bit annoying, but beautiful. Infernal Grasp.
Professor Onyx.
Let's go for the Questing Beast, because that threatens our Professor Onyx the most. So that's pretty solid. We can go for another kill spell here. So we can go for the Sphinx of Foresight. So we've got 6 mana left. So this would be cool to Tendrils them right now, just to help us gain quite a bit of life. And obviously it doubles up with the Liliana. So because they didn't have the Veil of Summer, they've basically defensed us here, so we have to do it right here, right now. So basically machine gunning them to death. Beautiful. And then we can even make them sacrifice something. Yeah, so let's do that. So they'll lose their Chimera here, because I doubt they'll choose the mesmerizing Benthed.
Well, darn. Looks like you flunked out.
So I'm pretty sure that was a good turn. We've taken them to 1. It's the best we could have done, I think, with the sorceries in our deck. So you can see here why being mono black is perfectly acceptable. Time Warp. Okay, so they're going into desperation mode. I mean, if they win from this, I'll be pretty upset, but we had a cool turn. It's a shame we couldn't have killed the Cura. That's given them literally probably 12 mana at this point. For an uncommon, that is pretty crazy. Hopefully they don't have a way to recur this. If they do, we might be in a lot of trouble. Okay, so they're casting that. So it does... That's interesting. So they go to 2 life as well. So they doubled their life this turn. It wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't for this extra turn spell, but now it makes me feel a bit sad because there wasn't just you know, back and forth. There was a back and forth. So there was a back and then a forth, I guess. If you want to get technical. That's not how chess works. If you play chess with someone, they don't just take 2 turns in a row, do they? Exactly. Exactly. So they can untap still. Probably play their entire hand.
One drop
But will it save them?
ripples and grows.
If only we had a way to get back the tendrils. See, if we'd cast one more spell that turn somehow, we would have basically won. But yeah, that's a shame. Hydroid Krasis. Oof. Okay. Seven flying is pretty scary. So they only have 1 mana, I believe, now. It's hard to tell when things have been activated, but... So there is actually a way to... So if we block there, nothing goes through. And we block here, 1 goes through, which means Onyx does survive. Unless they have a trick here.
I will give you a second chance.
Okay, so that was incredibly lucky. Because keeping Professor Onyx here might be the difference between losing and winning. And yeah, their hand is completely stacked. So you have to be careful, because if they keep the Veil of Summer, then it will interfere with anything that we target them with. Discarding an Uro, okay. So they're about to gain even more life in their turn. Blood Pact. Target player draws 2 and loses 2. Oh, I'm not going to be able to activate that on them, are we? But let's use this first. Unless we do it in response. Put one of them into your hand. Go for the Murderous Rider. So I guess we should probably activate the Golas here, seeing as it's the most mana efficient. Bolas' Citadel, oh my goodness. So we can start to use the stack. Oh, if that resolves, I don't know if they can win, can they? So they're countering that, which means they don't have access to Veil of Summer. So I think they've actually... I mean, I know they had to do that, but I think they've just died now. Yeah, I think they've just absolutely kind of weirdly screwed themselves over, because Veil of Summer would have given them protection from all our other spells. Oh, wow, and we have so much stuff on the stack. There's nothing they can do, is there? I mean, Gilded Goose, sorry, can tap for mana, but... So now we can use this to kill the Krasis, which would drain them for even more mana. And then we can use the Vraska's Contempt to get rid of the Chimera as well. So it takes them to 2. And then we can just kill them with a Blood Pact. LOL! Troll mode, activate. Oh, farewell. Farewell. Okay. Let's see if we can take on Bolas. So I would rather have a few more lands. Okay, this isn't too bad. The Dread Fugue is just essentially another copy of Duress, or Inquisition of Kozilek, so that's why that's in here. Let's start with that just to see what we're working with here. Well, Meat Hook Massacre is a good hit, to be fair, but it could be better. I mean, their hand is very removal light, let's say. I don't like our chances though. Their long game is looking better than ours because they've got the Phyrexian Arena. So next time we'll probably go for Celestus. But yeah, so as long as we ramp into Golos, we could be okay. So we have an answer for the Bolas with the Murderous Rider, but in a way, it's probably better to not kill the... That's a really weird glitch. And the artwork at the bottom has just gone really weird. Reminds me a bit of the Missing No glitch. Missing No glitch in Pokemon. Phyrexian Arena. Okay. Let's... So 3, 4... That comes in. Let's go for the Mind Stone, and then we'll go for the Foreboding Fruit. So we hit a land. So because they've drawn so many cards here, it's going to be really difficult to push over the top of this one. But yeah, that's fine. You know, we can't have every game be amazing. So they'll 2. So it looks like they're probably looking for a land. Okay. So they probably found one there. Play one tapped. 4, 5, 6. So yeah, let's just go for Golos when they haven't got the blue mana open. So if they want to kill Golos, that's fine because it's going to take their entire turn off to do that. And we also fix a bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can still cast him again next turn. So as long as they don't have something to destroy all our artifacts, we might be okay. But yes, the 3 colours that they have, they're going to have a slight edge over us because obviously this is a mono black build. Not that they know that necessarily yet. They see the 2 swamps and the Takenuma, but who knows? Maybe they think we're a 5-colour deck. We kind of are. There's a bit of a cheat with the World Tree, obviously, but you know, it's the corner case that pulls the whole deck together. Otherwise, we can't just do anything. Chromatic Lantern. And Thought Erasure. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So what do they go for here? Skyclave Relic. That's fine. Oh, ironically enough, they put their own thing on the... They put their own Skyclave Relic in the bin. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's activate Golos and see what we get. Ulamog. I think that's a GG, guys. GG. Okay, so we've got... So we give us against Kinnan. We've got that weird visual glitch again. I don't know what's going on here with the adventure cards, but... Fair enough. We'll keep the hand regardless of this unusual glitch. How could you mess up something that worked beforehand? Very, very strange. Like, I've never seen an issue with the adventure cards, but... Here we see this strange visual thing. So let's go for Painful Blonde. Painful Blonde. I mean, I'm sure some of you out there have experienced a Painful Blonde, but let's not go there. So let's go for the Grim Tutor here, as we might as well just use our mana. So what do we want? Well, they've got a Kinnan deck, and we've got 1 kill spell, so maybe we could do with another kill spell. Yeah, we'll go for the power word kill. Just, you know, to keep them off Kinnan, because they'll be able to cast him and or other things a fair few times here. So they've got 3 mana open. Well, we've got to try at some point to kill him, so here we go. Here's our first attempt. Okay, so we succeed there. And yeah, that's exactly why we went for another kill spell, because we want to be able to do it again next turn, which they can easily just cast him again. It's funny that it puts, this alchemy card puts this purple filter on these lands, because you're not casting lands, so... So yeah, kill that guy. And then, yeah, we'll go for the Murderous Rider here with a very unusual... So even when you cast him, it still has this strange visual glitch. 3, 4, 5, 6. So they could just go for Kinnan again, which is kind of annoying, but... Cavalier of Gales, okay. That is intriguing. I guess they were looking for a land there, which would make sense as to why they did that. Ooh, okay, Dreadhorde. So let's swing in first. This is probably the worst of all the Gales, to be honest. So, okay, let's go for Field of Ruin. Each player sacks 2 creatures, and we get to draw a card from the Murderous Rider there. So that's why I didn't want to use the Phyrexian Tower. To cast the Lily, because otherwise I would have had to sack it before Lily was out. Yeah, I'd rather have drawn this extra card, which is useful. Inquisition might be nice to get rid of some kind of interactive spell from an opponent's deck. Woodland Mystic, okay. Lots of ramp here. So let's see what we get with the Citadel. Okay, Elders Reborn. They could just counter this, of course. Okay, so they are actually losing 2 mana here because Kinnan says it doubles the mana. So Ulamog, I wonder... yeah, that's a bit too much life to be lost there. Let's just go for Inquisition here. We can always go for Ulamog. We can hardcast Ulamog eventually, but yeah, I just don't think losing... Well, they're saying that. They just swan-songed us. So maybe... You know what? Let's just take the risk. We're going to go for 1. Going to go for these 2 here. And there you go! Ulamog again! Might as well be an Ulamog deck at this point. If you've had fun watching this video, don't forget to leave me a like and a sub, and to check out my Ko-fi donations page, where you can donate as little or as much as you want. And check out some more videos to keep watching.